Hi, Naomi Suzanne from Naomi's Home Health. Back on Instagram and Naomi's Home Health page. So if I'm looking up or looking down, I've got two different devices going. So I wanted to touch back on the intuitive feeling, because when I did the video yesterday, I missed so much stuff. I don't know what was going on. I went over things and I wanted to really go back over and talk about this because it's really important, and it's something that I learned the hard way. So as we said yesterday, intuitive eating is about listening to your body. And, you know, if you prefer the vegan diet, that's fantastic. That's for you. Stick to what you know. If you prefer carnivore, if you prefer paleo, whatever it is, you do you. But intuitive eating is also about ditching the word diet. I never use the word diet with clients or even in personal life. It's always nutrition. I always replace that word with nutrition because we want to nourish ourselves. Diet in most people's language means to eat to lose weight. And we should be eating to nourish ourselves, not to lose weight, not to, to feel better. We should be eating to fuel our body. We've got to stop looking at how we eat as a form of how we look. We should look at how we eat as a form of how we feel. So take away the looks, because a lot of the time you can eat really, really well, and sometimes, you might not be losing weight. There's other reasons. Weight loss isn't just about food. Weight loss is about your emotional and mental state. It's about your hormones. It's about the state of your liver. So using the word diet should be replaced with nutrition. If you can do that, then it may change some of the ways that you think of food. Also, we talked about, eating what makes you feel good. That's a given. Lots of people don't, though. They continue to eat things that make them feel bad. I mean, I go past McDonald's. I used to take a lady to McDonald's when I was doing disability support, and there's so many people in there. You can't tell me that all those people think that McDonald's makes them feel good. There's no nutrients. You're not eating to nourish your body. You're eating. There's an emotional reason why you want to eat McDonald's all the time. It's not because, surely it can't be because it tastes really good and every day you walk away thinking, that was fantastic and I feel so good after that. So eating what makes you feel good is important, and listening when your body has a physical reaction to food. You can have emotional reactions to food too. Food can give you anxiety and make you feel depressed because, the excess sugar. If you have a gluten intolerance, you can get a little bit of anxiety. Coffee can give you anxiety. So foods can actually have an impact on your emotional state. The other thing is not feeling guilty when you eat something that you enjoy. And I'm not saying, the people who eat the McDonald's every day and, then they feel guilty. I'm thinking like people who do eat nutritious foods and then they enjoy themselves when they go for dinner or something and they have something that they really want. I used to suffer with that, the guilt, like, oh my God, I really enjoyed something. And I might have went to Thai and had something that wasn't the healthiest thing on the menu, and then you beat yourself up about it. Just enjoy the food in the moment and then move on, and the next meal, make it a healthy one. So drop in the comments if any of these things are making sense to you. Let me know if you have felt these things or if you still use the term diet. Tell me where you're coming from and I'll give you a hello. I'd love to know where you're watching from so I can, see who's watching. I really love seeing how far and wide I can get information about health, because it's really important to me to help a lot of people and help as many people as I can. So if this, resonates with you, share this onto your page, share this video somebody may get something out of it. There's nothing wrong with helping other people. So the one thing too, I find when I was doing a lot of fitness and going to the gym is people would earn their food. Oh, we can have that because we exercise today. Exercise because it's good for you. Eat because it's good for you. Exercise because it'll make you fit. Exercise because it'll make you stronger. Eat because it's going to nourish you. But don't exercise because you ate something, and don't eat something because you exercised. The two should be looked at as health combination, really. It's good for you, it's going to make you feel better, but don't reward yourself with food because you exercise, or don't punish yourself with exercise because you ate something. So this is all the emotional and mental thing about diet. All of this is why I want to change how we think about how we eat and what we eat. Learning to recognize when you're full is also intuitive eating. You know, if the slower you eat, your food doesn't just, you put it in your mouth and it just hits your stomach. The slower you eat, the sooner you're going to recognize when you're full. So, pausing in between mouthfuls, putting your knife and fork down, talking at the table, all of these things help you digest your food, and then you're going to recognize when you're full a lot quicker. So, when you are full, that is time to stop. Doesn't matter if there's food on the plate, you can have it tomorrow. You can always have leftovers. Put it in a container and eat it later. But don't keep eating when you're full. And it's really hard sometimes when you're sitting in a really nice restaurant and there's food all on these plates in front of you and you're like, oh my gosh, it's so delicious, I've got to keep eating. But recognizing when you're full is also listening to your body. All of these things start to come together, and you're going to start to enjoy to prepare your food. You're going to start to enjoy, you know what, I'm going to add more vegetables to this meal because I'm really enjoying eating for my health. Is any of this making sense? Pop it in the comments if it is. Having flexibility in your food choices as well. Like when you just eat, you know, a small portion of different foods, it will be boring. Start to add some fresh herbs to your food. Start to add spices. You know, do different things. There is millions of recipes, healthy recipes on the internet. There is no excuse to why you can't find healthy food with variety. Try different things. You know, sometimes when you're a kid, you were made to eat certain things, or you didn't want to try anything, and that's come through as you've got older. So start to just taste something different. Just have a taste. Just try different things, because your palate does change as you get older. Your body does start to want different things. So having flexibility in your food choices is going to, the variety is going to help you want to eat better food. Also enjoy meals with the people you love. Gather around food. Go out to meals with the people you love, family, friends, and enjoy the food when you're there. Don't sit there, you know, worrying about what you've got to eat. Unless you have a food intolerance, that's very, very different. But trust your body. Trust that it's going to choose what you can and can't eat. Trusting your body is really important, because it's going to help you nourish itself. It wants nourishment. So trust in that. Being at peace with yourself and food is really important. We have such an emotional connection. Like when I sit in the thyroid group, and the majority of people in that group talk about food or nutrition in the terms of weight loss. They're not eating, of, you know, say fasting, for example. I do know someone who has, you know, looked at fasting and she's gone right into it, and she fasts for her health. But not everybody can fast. It doesn't suit everybody. But a lot of people fast for weight loss. Take a step back, and if you're fasting, do it for the right reasons. If you're eating paleo, do it for the right reasons, because it's going to be good for your body, not for the weight loss. You know, keto can be very unhealthy. some of the keto diets I followed, there are healthy keto, you know, where you fruits and vegetables and things like that, low carb. If that suits you, that's fantastic. But when I see people trying to lose weight through keto, smothering their food in bad fats and eating a lot of processed foods, or the processed, you know, packages with this is a keto processed food, that's you're not using nutrition as a form of nourishing your body. You're using it as weight loss, and that is when it becomes a stress. As soon as you start eating for weight loss, it becomes a stress. That's when you, if you cheat, you beat yourself up, or you have cheat days. Cheating, when you think of the word cheating, what does that mean to you? You've done the wrong thing. You don't want to look at food as you've done the wrong thing. You want to go, okay, well, you know what? I had pizza today. I enjoyed it. And tomorrow I'm having a salad. Whatever it is, recognize that you had a meal that you enjoyed. Don't beat yourself up about it, and move on to the next meal. Don't worry. Leave that meal in the past. You can't change it. You've eaten it. It's going to come out. So, you know, being at peace with what you eat and how you nourish your body. Looking at food as nutrition, not weight loss. It will change everything. So, you know, when we're looking at weight loss, stress is a really big thing. If you're going to continually put stress on yourself, you're not going to lose the weight. And then what's going to happen? You're going to maybe get some anxiety, depression. You're going to have these things around food, and you're going to put all the weight back on that you've lost, if you've lost any at all. So taking that stress out of food preparation, food, you know, consumption, is going to help you actually absorb the food better and nourish your body. So don't judge yourself. Be aware of your thoughts and your feelings. You know, acknowledge that you've got these feelings, acknowledge that you feel this way, and be aware of that, and work on that. You know, you can do so many different things to help de-stress your body and change the way you think. Write things down, journal it, you know, write what you feel about nutrition. Change your language when you, because you know, we've got kids that are watching us, or young people. When you use the term diet, that just straight away indicates to people you're on a weight loss program. When you use the word nutrition or nourishment or something like that, you're actually changing your energy around how you eat and how you consume food. So this is why I wanted to get back and do this again, because I missed so many of these points yesterday. And I think it's really important, because I see, you know, so many, even thyroid groups that I'm in, or healthy groups that I'm in, the admin who runs the group, oh, I've done this program, a nutritionist or a naturopath, I've created this program for you to lose weight. It's solely focused on weight. You don't hear them talking about, I've created this program for you to feel better. I've created this program for you to reduce your symptoms. I've created this program for you to understand what foods trigger you, or how foods make you feel, what foods are causing you to not sleep, what foods are causing you to, you know, have anxiety or feel bloated, or any of these things. This is why in the program I created, there's no focus on weight loss. You're not allowed to weigh yourself. You're not allowed to measure yourself. We do not talk about weight loss. We talk about healing. We talk about nourishment. We talk about, you know, there's nutrition. There's a nutrition plan. There's recipes in my program. But at the same time, there is also emotional practices and tools that you get. There is other, you know, there's how to reduce your toxins. If you're just eating clean and you're exercising, that's only two components of health. There's way more to health than that. And diet and exercise are the things that you focus on for weight loss. And, you know, there are people who need to drop weight, but the pressure that they have on themselves to lose it and then to keep it off, they're not looking at why they've gained the weight. Is it a hormone imbalance? Is the liver too congested? Do you have emotional trauma that you haven't dealt with? Trauma around food? You know, did you stop eating when you were 15 years old to keep up with the skinny girls in your group? I know a lot of girls who do that. So, taking a step back and looking at how you nourish your body and how you listen to your body and give it the right food. You know, if you're hungry, super hungry in the morning, but you're fasting, your body's saying, I need food. If you're not hungry in the morning, don't eat, whatever. But when you're starving, your body is saying, I want something to eat, or I'm thirsty. Sometimes hunger can be thirst as well. So, looking at what your body is telling you is super important. If you're feeling depressed, your body is saying, I'm not getting the right emotional support. You're not doing the right things for me to feel better emotionally. So there's so many practices that you can do. So food is one component. I strip everything back. When I create a personalized program for people, I do personalized coaching. It's not all about food. I work on the emotion first, because there's a reason why you got sick. There's a reason why you can't lose weight. There's a reason why you feel like crap when you eat bread. All of these things. That's what I want to look at. I want to fix that. Then everything will fall into place. Hey, Keith. So I hope some of these things has made you think about how you look at food as nourishment, how you look at exercise as health instead of punishment. So nourishment and looking at food as nourishment. Exercise isn't punishment. Exercise is healthy, it's good for you, and it's a reward, really, like, because it makes you feel good. Look at it as a reward. Don't look at unhealthy food as a reward. Those are not the things you reward yourself with. Don't reward yourself because you exercised, and don't punish yourself because you ate bad food. So drop in the comments if this has, any of this has related to you, if you understand, if you've thought the same things. I'd love to know. And share this video if it has resonated with you at all. I'd love for you to reach out to other people and help as many people as you can.